What is up, people? Welcome to the channel again. My name is Vaibhav and I'm just going to tell you a short story. Whatever you're doing right now, please stop it and just watch this video.
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
So basically, I'm a movie buff, and there are hundreds of movies and hundreds of scenes from these Bollywood and Hollywood movies that I've been inspired with. So there are like inspirational scenes that I've seen from these movies, and I'm always these scenes help me to get back on feet whenever I'm down. I watch those videos and scenes, and then it really boosts me to get back on my feet and fight for the situation or whatever mess that is around me in my life. And this particular scene that you just saw is one of the most inspiring scenes that I have seen from the movie Rocky Balboa, and Sylvester Stallone being one of my favorite actors. This has really impacted me a lot, and there's one wall in my studio as well which has this one poster with Sylvester Stallone saying the same thing, the same dialogue that you just saw. What I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to decode this one particular scene with one of the real life examples that I went through throughout my journey. Back in 2014, during let's say in August 2014, we were working in a small space. There were 4 people, me and my co-founder, who was also the tech lead of the company, who was managing all the tech part, the programming, the network and everything. And we were making decent games for bigger gaming companies at that time, and at the same time we were also making smaller simulator games. And I, being a business guy, I was trying to raise some small amount of fund for the company. So what I was trying to do was raise around 2.5 crores for the company at that time. And I met a lot of people, and I finalized on one company with one guy who is really popular in the gaming industry. I don't want to name anyone specifically, but there was X company who was ready to invest in underDOGS at that time. And what I did was I did say around 6 meetings with these guys, and everything was done. There was one last meeting, the 7th meeting, and 2 days after that meeting, they were about to give us a check of around 50 lakhs to start with the idea that we had to make our own games, bigger games. So in that 7th meeting, what I did was I thought of introducing my co-founder, my tech guy, my lead tech guy, to these guys, and I took him with me to the meeting. I introduced my tech guy, my co-founder, to these guys, and everything went really well. We did the meeting, everything happened, and then when we came back, we were actually enjoying about the fact that we are getting funded 2 days later. But the problem was my tech guy was not really happy with the situation because of his personal issues, and all of a sudden, the next day itself, he decided to quit the company. Yes, he decided to quit the company and leave the company at that particular situation, imagining that now we are getting funded, so everything is sorted and he can move on with his own life. But that's not how it happens. The next day, I had to call the company who was ready to invest in us and tell them that my co-founder is resigning from their company and is doing his own stuff. So that company, that X company, was ready to invest in our company, said that they don't want to invest in any company who don't know that their co-founder is going to quit the next day. So that was a very valid point that they had, but that was one great setback that we had in our journey. But fortunately, because of the visionary minds that we were going through and we were planning things, 15 days before this event happened, we hired a guy who was a fresher, who was a technical expert, but he was fresher, and he was learning things from this tech guy, this co-founder. And once this happened, this fresher, this tech guy, this new guy, this intern came to us and told us that do not worry about any situation. I am the guy. I am going to take forward this legacy, and I am going to help you get the tech part done really well. And that's how we it was a setback of around a month for us. We suffered a lot due to that particular thing because the funding was gone. We didn't get any funding because of this major mess that happened because of the co-founder. But the other guy who was the fresher, he took up the charge and he took up all the tech part, and he started learning things, and he became, eventually in 2 years, he became the tech lead of the company, and we bounced back. So that's my story, guys. The moral of the story that I wanted to tell you is, yes, life hits you hard, but it's up to you to not give up and fight back the situation.